Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today we're discussing rapper Cameron on CNN last night with maybe the worst CNN interview I've ever seen.
Right, very confusing.
It was very weird and confusing. We're going to talk about Scarlett Johansson because she has lawyered up over OpenAI or ChatGPT, their voice sounding very reminiscent to her voice.
And her, literally, like her, the movie that she had with Joaquin Phoenix, sounds very similar.
It sounds so similar, so she's coming for them. JoJo Siwa, she's 21. She wants you to know about it. Mm-hmm. She's wasted at Disneyland. Oh, my God.
Disney
World Land. It's all the same.
Different states.
Okay. And finally, one of the hunkiest men in the world.
Taken. Jason Momoa is off the market.
We'll tell you.
A lot of broken hearts.
We'll tell you who he's with coming right up at the end of this show. But to begin with, rapper Cameron, he was on CNN last night, and I'm not sure why. He certainly wasn't sure why either. It was to discuss Diddy, but it seems like he didn't know he was on there to discuss Diddy.
But also, I think there was some confusion as to who they booked. I think maybe they thought they booked somebody super close to Diddy, like Mace or something. But maybe they just assumed he had a relationship with Diddy. But very confusing. And here's what happened.
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint. I'm just going off what Mace said. Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I'll be sitting around watching Diddy and all that. Yeah,
thanks.
Man, come on, man.
Thanks for
crazy,
joining
man.
us. Thank you for your time.
So I don't know if you caught it there towards the start, but he swigged a bottle of a sexual stimulant.
I think that's why he was on there, was to promote that.
It's called Pink Horsepower, so here we are plugging it too. But he just swigs this thing while answering a question about Diddy. Like, it's bizarre.
Because they started peppering him with questions about Diddy. Do you know the man in the video?
Right.
And he's like, what do you mean, do I know the man in the... Like, he was so confused, and they just kept peppering... The lady kept peppering him about, like, Diddy questions. And he's like, I don't know the guy. And then she's like, well, what do you think about the apology? And he's like, that's for Cassie. Like, he just seems like he was confused. And he even said, like, why did I get booked for this?
It's funny, you don't often see live interviews like
go haywire.
Go this sort of haywire where I don't know who's at fault here. Like, did they hire the wrong rapper or did he just not want to play ball once he was on live CNN TV and he wanted to promote his sexual stimulant? It's just the wrong package to be trying to promote something like that.
Well, I think Cameron and Mace have a podcast together.
Mm-hmm.
They have some kind of connection. And so I think they are assuming, this is my guess, I think they're assuming he does have some relationship with Diddy because obviously Mace had a big relationship or has a big relationship with Diddy. So maybe that's why they thought like, oh, this is a great topic to get him on. But then once you see, like, he is not connected, he has no idea, then it's, like, hard to continue the segment.
So that's why Abby Phillips, the newscaster, ended it pretty abruptly. But I'll be interested to hear Cameron's take after this, maybe on his podcast with Mace, because I think they just got the wrong guy,
yeah,
CNN.
I think so, too.
Did you see also that Peloton is now making a move to... There's no Diddy on Peloton anymore.
Right.
The mayor of New York is thinking about revoking
the key away.
The key to the city away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not that those are huge things, but you can see sort of... I don't like the term cancellation, but the cancellation
The
of
fallout,
Diddy,
the aftermath.
It's begun, no doubt, when everyone sees that video with their own eyes.
Yeah,
that now
brutal.
things are being taken away from him, and maybe even his freedom eventually might get taken away from him if more comes out and this case keeps continuing.
I thought it was really interesting that a lot of people were pointing out, like, he never once apologized directly to Cassie, but we had found out that he legally couldn't say her name. So that does, like, explain a little bit of that, at least. Because
that was interesting.
The whole apology video seemed like he was apologizing to the public and not so much to the people that were actually, victims.
But he can't say the word Cassie legally.
Right.
That was an interesting wrinkle, because I think a lot of people had that take, having watched it, like, apologize to her.
Totally, yeah.
But also, the apology he could have done better at sort of like, maybe he could have pointed out, look, I can't say her name because of legal reasons, but man, I feel terribly about, because I just don't think he feels that badly about what he did.
I don't think he does.
He feels badly about what's happening now, that the cover-up isn't working anymore. That's what I think.
He's sorry the video came out.
Yeah.
He didn't, remember when she had originally filed the sexual assault lawsuit back in November, he denied everything.
Oh, yeah.
And even when they did the settlement, a day later, his attorney had said, oh, in no way is this admitting guilt. But now all of a sudden it's like, I'm sorry.
I'm just guilty for that one thing, though. Just that one thing.
Right.
And statute of limitations is expired, so I can't be legally, But I just think this story is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And when more, I bet there's going to be more footage or evidence, at least.
I definitely think if you were a security guard or whoever and you have access to surveillance and you see that video come out, you might be a little bit more compelled to leak whatever you have as well.
Okay, on to our next story. Scarlett Johansson has hired lawyers over OpenAI's ChatGPT voice.
Called Sky.
It's called Sky, which
like
is
the new Alexa.
It sounds like Sky, even the name of it sounds like Scarlett.
Scarlett, yeah, so similar.
And also, obviously, she famously voiced an AI
computer
named Her.
Yes.
In the movie Her. And so it's very confusing. Let's listen to some of the voice that ChatGPT showed the other day.
Hey, ChatGPT, I'm Mark. How are you?
Oh, Mark. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
So as you can tell,
it sounds pretty close to me.
It sounds pretty close. And the interesting wrinkle of all of this is the head of ChatGPT, this guy named Sam Altman, approached Scarlett Johansson recently. She claims, saying, look, do you want to be the voice for our little new product? And she thought about it and she goes, actually, nah, I don't. And so, okay, you can't use a voice. And then on Twitter, like a few days ago, he just tweeted one word.
Her.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then
because I think they rolled this out a couple weeks ago or so, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, this sounds so much like Scarlett Johansson." And so then he played into those rumors by tweeting out Her. And then I think that was just the last straw for her, where she was like, "Oh no, you guys totally copied me, copied everything about me," or maybe they did a computer generation of her voice. And she's mad. She's lawyered up, and it sounds like she might actually file a lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean, OpenAI is saying, look, we used another person. We also used, computer technology to try to make it sound like a very attractive voice. But it just sounds like Scarlett.
Right.
And Scarlett has a very it's a unique voice to her. It's a very sexy voice. That's why she was given the role in the movie in the first place, because of her great voice. And so for them to play into her character, I think that they're just trying to capitalize off Scarlett, and good on her. She should come for them.
Yeah, I think so too. And also, if you think in the past, do you remember, did you ever read up on the girl that did the original voice of Siri?
No.
I thought it was so interesting that she got hired. I guess they had a bunch of people trying to work on the voice, and then eventually she heard her voice on the phone and was like, "Oh my God, they picked me."
Oh, they didn't know. She didn't know.
She didn't know really what it was for, I think. But she didn't seem mad. She seemed pretty, she thought it was pretty cool. And now I imagine being a grocery store and you hear someone behind you doing the Siri voice, being like, "Oh, pick out that pizza from the fridge or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my gosh, wait, Siri, are you here?
If you could pick anyone's voice to like be your like Charlie Neff's robot or, your AI companion.
Does it have to sound like me, squeaky like
No,
me?
it's not. Another celebrity. Who's your perfect voice to voice sort of like a robot?
So it doesn't have to sound like me. It could just be whatever voice.
It'd be weird if you were just talking to yourself.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Who has like a sexy voice? I love like Margot Robbie's voice, like a little Australian accent. It's kind of raspy.
I think that'd be good.
What about yourself?
Probably someone. I should have thought of my answer before I teed you up.
I know. It was hard for me.
Yeah, probably an Australian.
Okay.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Like Nicole Kidman?
No, maybe like a Chris Hemsworth or something like that.
Oh boy.
What?
You are really reaching for the stars.
Okay, on to our next story. JoJo Siwa. Oh, she's just turned 21 and she went to Disney World.
Epcot.
At Epcot, and she really was enjoying her 21st birthday because she was with Tyler Cameron.
They know each other from Special Forces. And he's from Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she was with him celebrating her 21st, and she tried to get, like, the people there to sing her hit song, Karma.
Oh, God.
And people noticed that she was quite drunk. Let's listen to the video now.
Should've known better. I had a wish I would have never effed around. Yeah, we know it.
Who is that?
That's JoJo Siwa, and she's drunk off her ass.
This looks obnoxious.
So people are questioning, okay, is she really drunk? Is she just, like, leaning into her bad girl era?
Well, she's always like extra, right?
Right.
She always has been. But I will say this specific park. So Disney World, I didn't realize until I went to Florida earlier this year. Disney World is like 4 parks. It's not just one. Like Disneyland is one park. And this is Epcot. This is one of the parks. And Epcot is a little bit more adult friendly.
Okay.
Where it's like a bunch of different countries. Like you have China, you have like, I think it's like Finland or Norway or whatever, like all these different like countries. And the whole thing is you go to each country and they have like specialty food and or alcoholic beverages.
Okay.
Which that's why it's like adult friendly because anywhere else, like it's not really, you can't really drink.
You don't want the
right?
drunk people around the kids, I can understand at Disneyland.
But here at Epcot, this is what she did. It is a thing where you go to each country and you try the different food or different alcoholic beverage that they have. So that's what she's doing. She's tasting around the world. But like, I mean, it could lead to this where you're like drunk, obnoxious, loud.
Right. It's just like she's wearing a whole weird sort of look at me outfit. And
That's her though.
And she's got like a big 21 badge on, 21 necklace on. It's just like, it's so just like, look at me.
What did you do for your 21st birthday?
Nothing remarkable.
You didn't go to like Vegas or something?
No, I was in Australia. Nothing. And also 21 isn't a big birthday in Australia. Like we get to drink at 18.
Oh, no way.
At 18, my parents needed one at my arms and one at my legs and carry me inside because I was like vomiting everywhere. And
oh my God, that sounds horrible.
I mean, it was a great day. But
okay, well, this is the equivalent to that. Remember,
I just don't think I'm very much of like. I guess I am an attention seeker to some degree, but she's like a beacon. Like everybody sing my song.
That's her brand.
I'm wearing the sparkles. I'm doing the. But you can see why people get a bit like, okay, JoJo.
Totally. Have you learned the dance at all?
That way you put your hand out like
Where
that and go.
I mean, everybody knows that dance though.
How do you do it? Do you know?
Oh, I have no idea.
Steps? I know.
No, I saw Mario Lopez did it. So I'm like, if he can do it, I could do it.
I don't know about that. He's pretty athletic.
What about me? I'm athletic.
You're not too bad.
Okay.
Okay, on to our last story. Jason Momoa has a new relationship. He's with this stunning actress.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Called Adria Arjona.
Mm-hmm.
So they had just confirmed their relationship on Instagram. sort of like posted the lovey photos of each other, which really does.
Well, it was like
confirm
a group photo, but you see him off to the side with her, and she's like right next to him, so you knew something was going on.
But he's hugging her in one of them.
Yeah.
And there's just a few of, and then they post to the stories and they put the love hearts under it.
And you know it's official when you post on social media.
Right.
And not that long ago, he did some kind of event, I think, or interview where he did say he was in a relationship but wouldn't reveal with who. And he said, you'll find out very soon. So this was like a whole planned rollout.
Right. So this actress is in a new movie coming out like this week. The one with Glenn Powell. It's called Hitman.
Mm-hmm.
She's like opposite him in Hitman. And so, man, what a whirlwind. Because she is not super famous. Like, you know, she's been increasing in fame.
She is now.
She's Spera
She's
thought
beautiful.
her ex-husband, like just looking at old lovey photos of them, I just feel so sorry for him. Like, because he's just not Jason Momoa.
I know, but what about Lisa Bonet? Do you feel sorry for her at all?
Nah, she's always going to be all right. Just this,
she is.
Just this nerdy-looking lawyer guy who somehow wifed up like the hottest, you know, young actress.
Up and coming.
Apparently they'd been together for years and they were kind of high school sweethearty. And then Jason Momoa comes along and what can you do?
I
What can
know.
you just say, okay, you're the better man.
I saw him in person when I went to Florida, when I was at in Miami at the Fountain Blue. Saw him with like a huge crew. He's like promoting his Melly vodka and he's been going to like city to city. Anyways, he is so beautiful in person. I never really like got it. Like I saw him in Game of Thrones. I'm like, okay, he's a hunk. But then in person, his like presence, he's so tall and like so confident. It is like, wow. So any girl getting with him, very lucky.
Look, a lot of people say that he's my doppelganger.
Oh, okay, Charlie.
That's what a lot of people say.
The Walmart version.
I mean, a Walmart version better than no version.
Okay.
Okay, Charlie's world-class, famous segment.
Today in history.
Oh, hit us with some really good ones, please, Charlie.
So today is May 21st. Let's start off with some like easy, light ones. So today in 1983, David Bowie's Let's Dance became a #1 hit.
Okay.
Do you like David Bowie?
Yeah, a normal amount.
Okay.
I know the Let's Dance song you're referring to.
Yeah. I dressed up as him for Halloween one year.
You did?
With the
Lightning
bullet
King.
or whatever. Yeah. Also, this day in 1992, the first episode of The Real World aired on MTV.
Isn't it like
iconic?
It's like the longest running reality show with the most episodes or something like that?
The first ever reality show too.
Was it?
Yeah.
The Real World?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, amazing. And look at it now. Now it's all reality shows.
That's basically because it's the cheapest and most popular, so everybody just does reality now.
Right, reality.
Yeah.
And then also in 2008, David Cook won American Idol season 7. I know, what happened to him?
I don't know who that is.
It's not like Kelly Clarkson or Adam Lambert, which I don't even think Adam won.
I interviewed an American Idol person yesterday. The guy came third this season. His name's Jack Blocker.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, he just came third. It's just like American Idol these days is just whatever.
Not like what it used to be.
No, because there's just too much content. Even this podcast is just shouting into a void of there's too many podcasts.
Hey, I like to think we're special and people care about us, right?
Well, if people are voting.
Which they're probably pretty distracted this episode because I don't know if you guys can see, you have a big glitter in between your eyes.
I have glitter here?
Yes.
Thanks for telling me at the end of the episode, Charlie.
It's just like so distracting. What is this? It's right here.
I had a big night.
Why do you have glitter on your nose?
I use my daughter's sunscreen. She's got glitter sunscreen. Okay, if you must know.
Okay. And lastly, in 1932, Amelia Earhart completed the first solo transatlantic flight.
Wow, whatever happened to her?
Oh, I guess we don't know. It's a mystery.
Okay, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.